I remember it like it was yesterday, 2013. Watching E3, and out of the blue, there was a trailer for Kingdom Hearts. It was a short trailer, and at the end, it was announced to be Kingdom Hearts 3. It was finally happening. It was finally coming. Only if it didn't take 6 years to get to us. So, Kingdom Hearts 3 is a very divisive entry in the Kingdom Hearts franchise. People either love it or they freaking hate it to the 10th degree. The latter being way more vocal of the two groups. And I am in the camp who freaking loves this game. I think this game gets a very unfair reputation from the general populace of the Kingdom Hearts fandom. This game is really not what you think it is if you only listen to hearsay. The people who just dunk on this game, in my opinion, are just dead wrong. It's fine if the game is not your cup of tea, or if the story doesn't vibe with you, or you don't really like the gameplay. That's all completely understandable. What I do not get behind is the hate that comes from the fans who say this game is just a waste of time or a disappointment to the franchise. I get that 6 years is a long time to wait for a game from its announcement. Too long for my tastes, at least. But if you say this game is a disappointment because it's not what you expected, no offense, that's kind of your fault. That is you not being able to table your expectations and letting your imagination run wild. I completely understand if the game is not what you wanted, but saying that this game is a disappointment because it did not live up to the expectations that you had set, that's just very silly. That is not the only criticism that the game gets. There are more criticisms like not enough worlds, and I honestly do agree with that there was not enough worlds. They should have saved some of the worlds from being announced to keep some surprises, but since all of the worlds that were in the game were shown off in trailers, that does leave a little bit to be desired. But don't forget that in Kingdom Hearts 1 has only about 10 worlds in it, and that game was planned to have 22 until the rest had to be cut. So why do you love Kingdom Hearts 1 and hate Kingdom Hearts 3 for that reason? It can't just be from nostalgic feelings, right? But some other criticisms that this game gets is that it's not enough like Kingdom Hearts 2. But just saying I want another Kingdom Hearts 2 is kind of like the people complaining about the Marvel movies and that they're not the same as the comic books. Why would you want the same thing twice? Why would you not want a new experience? Honestly, just go play Kingdom Hearts 2 if that is your cup of tea. That part is fine. But saying that Kingdom Hearts 3 is bad because it's not Kingdom Hearts 2, that to me just does not make any sense. Of course they're not the same game. One has a 2 in their title and the other one has a 3. Honestly, to me, it just does not make any sense to think this way. One aspect of criticism that this game does get that I will not try to defend is that people do not like the gameplay or the story. The story in this game is just straight up messy. The fact that there are 3 different Rikus who are all individual beings, but are all still Riku, is peak Kingdom Hearts meme. And the gameplay is not for everyone. At the game's launch, this game was the easiest out of the franchise. There were a lot of broken abilities. Even if you didn't use them, you still were able to breeze through encounters and boss fights. However, I personally love the gameplay. The simple fact that you can have 3 Keyblades equipped at a time and level them up to keep to pace with the rest of the Keyblades is absolutely genius. The gameplay loop, to me, is also just a blast. It feels like an evolution to the other games. It feels better, more fluid at the start, where in the other Kingdom Hearts games, you kinda start off a little sluggish. While combat does feel a tiny bit more floaty compared to the other ones where it was a little more snappy, the combat actions you have in this game feel awesome. Like, the Keyblades all have ultimates you can now use to transform the Keyblade or do some big attacks, and they are so much fun. The Kingdom Key makes it so you have Kingdom Hearts 2 Sora's movement and combat abilities, and it's just so, it's so good. I love playing with these different styles. It makes all of the Keyblades feel unique and just actually feel different instead of just being a skin for the Keyblade. Now, this system also applies to team attacks that used to be MP moves from Kingdom Hearts 2. And actually, as I stated before, it does allow you to use stronger magic attacks. So if you used a magic attack on an enemy, say I hit this guy with fire or water, now I will be able to use Fire-a or Water-a before I even have those spell slots. That to me is awesome. I love that. And attractions are also a thing, but all the attractions suck. I refuse to use them. They make no sense, and they just show up with no explanation. I do not like it. I'm not really trying to go into spoilers here, even though this game is now 5 years old. If you haven't played it, I really don't want to take that experience away from you. But if you have played it and it didn't click, or you haven't played it since release, please go revisit the game. The game has so many more options now. On top of critical, there are a bunch of different options you can toggle to make the game harder. I personally love this, as you can make the game the hardest game in the series in just a couple of toggles. Do you want no MP? We got it. No health? Can do. Always poisoned and can't turn it off? You sick freak, why the hell would you want? This game is so customizable. You can just make this game what you want to play. You can even turn the attractions off. Yes, please. I think what really gets a lot of people is that it just feels different from the other Kingdom Hearts games. And I think that comes down to the game being made in Unreal Engine 4, when all the other Kingdom Hearts games were made with internal engines like Frostbite. Originally, it was supposed to use the same engine as Final Fantasy 15, but it got changed into like 80% of the game's completion, and they kind of had no choice but to start over. And If you are wondering why they did that, I can sum it up for you in about one word: corporate. I feel like it does make the game feel different, but I like it. As I said before, it feels like an evolution. It feels like a whole new experience we never got in Kingdom Hearts to this point. I like how you can air dash to create constant air combat loops. I like how magic is now that action-based system I mentioned, where your upgrades can be obtained during battle. Your party can be more than 3 people like everybody always wanted. Boss fights feel huge and epic. There is just so much good to say about this game. I feel like this game could not get past the people holding it down. People who just want to hate it because it's not the Kingdom Hearts 3 they wanted. This game deserves your time, and if you haven't played it, or if you played it and dropped it quickly after release, again, please play the game. If you like Disney, or if you even like action RPGs, you will like it if you give it a chance. And it's almost on everything you can play on now. And the Steam version just got announced as I am writing this video. I love Kingdom Hearts, and I am very glad I did this Kingdom Hearts month. If I'm still doing content next year, I will make sure to have each May dedicated to Kingdom Hearts. It is my favorite franchise right next to The Witcher, so I would love to share my birthday month with something that I adore this much. Kingdom Hearts content will still be coming as well, with my Kingdom Hearts 1 series where I'm using no equipment, and on my new gameplay channel, Riku of the Plays, we are playing through Birth by Sleep. So please go subscribe to that channel and subscribe to this one if you do like my content. My name is Riku. Take care, everybody.